Okay, now that I have a Windows 7 OU for my, let's say, Windows 7 class, and I've got a users OU in there, and I've got a computers OU, then I can start adding, different users and computers to these OUs. So I'll start with a computer. So I'm going to right-click on the computer OU, and I'll say New Computer. And I'm going to give it the computer name. It just so happens that this computer's name is Image 2-PC. And I went over to my Windows 7 client computer and I looked up the name of the PC. And I'll click OK. And now you can see inside of my computer's OU, there is a computer created image 2-PC. And then in the users area, I can right click and say new user, and I'll give them a name, and I'll just do this as a test. So student, last name, student, and user login name, student, and hit next. And then I'm going to make the password never expire. And the user must change password to login. I uncheck that. Password never expires. Now, the first time I did this, it was not working because I put student in the password, and you can't use your username in your password. So that's why it wasn't working. So I'm going to put a password here that's different. So let's say this time, let's see if we can use something really simple like password, if we can get away with that. So password with a capital P, and then an @ sign for the A, and then SSW, and then 0RD. You never want to use this as a real password, okay, ever, because people do it all the time. Capital P, the @ sign, SSW, 0 instead of a O, RD. And we'll hit next. And finished, and you'll see that it worked. The reason we got locked out before was that we had the word student in the password, and you can't have your username within your password. So anyway, we now have a user named student, and we have a computer that we've added, and we're ready to connect our computer to our domain. Okay, so just to cover this one more time, when you create a new user, like this, right-click, new user, right? When you create a new user, and I'll just do this really quick again, test, and then I'll just skip down here, test, and hit next, right? And you're setting up your password. You cannot use a password of just all lowercase letters. You know, I cannot put in hello, right? Cannot put in hello and type in hello again, right, and hit next and hit finish, and it won't work. Why? Hello is 5 characters, and I think the minimum password length is 6 characters, right? So if I put in hello 2000, right, and hello 2000, and I hit, well, that's not going to work. Hello 2000, and I hit next, and I hit finish. That's not going to work because I've got hello, which is lowercase letters, and I've got 2000, which is numbers, but I also need to have uppercase letters, and I need a special character in there too, like at least one special character, like a pound sign, an @ sign, a $sign, an exclamation point, a parentheses, something like that. I need a special character in there too. So, and one other thing, I cannot put, and as you know, and I've mentioned it before, you can't put your name into your password. So if your user is test, you can't have, the password have test in it. So anyway, you have to have uppercase and lowercase letters, you have to have numbers, and you have to have special characters in your password, all right, for this to work.